Yeah, we're off to a bad start. You see that hose right there with the little flappy on it? Right there. It's got the fresh clamp on it, along with the original clamp. Yeah, it's off to a bad start, guys. Here's the maiden voyage. Got loaded this morning and just fueled up. Yeah. Loaded up here in Mount Juliet. This is like Nashville area. And yeah, let's go south. All right, guys, let's talk about this rocky start. So I got to the truck 2 days ago. I booked a load. Seen a really good paying load in Nashville coming down to Miami. It's just right at $3 a mile. And I thought, I really don't want to leave today, but I want to go. I got to get down to Atlanta. I got a convention load going to Orlando. So I'm going to guess maybe Disney. I don't even know the details. I just know I got to be there to pick it up. So I had to pick this load up at 8 in the morning. And man, 2.5 hours out from Nashville. I was like, I don't want to get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and all that. So I'm going to go up tonight and get up in the morning and go pick the load up. My place I was going to park was 1.5 miles away from where the load was picking up at. I got a little hidey hole up there. Anytime I need parking around the Nashville area, I've always got parking. So I decided I'm going to leave in enough time. I should get there about 10 o'clock p.m. Give me roughly 10 hours because there's some central time, give me a 10-hour break and go pick up my load. So I got to my truck. I was in the truck. I fired it up. Everything sounded good. I hit the high idle. I jumped back in the sleeper. I put my shirts in the closet, unpacking. And all of a sudden I heard a noise, something under the truck, something clang. I was like, ooh, what's that? I turned around, looked at the dash, and my check engine light's on. And right beside it is my low coolant lights on. I'm like, oh, snap. Jumped up here, killed the truck, grabbed my handy dandy, oh, that's my knife, my flashlight I keep down here, and opened the door. As soon as I opened the door, it just sounded like somebody had a water hose under my truck just letting it go. I was like, oh, no, that's coolant. So I jumped out. It's coming from the back of the sleeper. And I jumped down with a light, and I looked under, and I was like, what in the world? How did that thing pop loose? This thing popped loose and was spewing out, just spewing out. And what's weird is, it still had the clamp on it. It's got one of those little squeeze clamps. And I was like, oh my God. So, grabbed my gloves, in the same shirt I'm in now, and the pants I already took them off because I got them a little dirty. Got my big butt under the truck, got under there, had coolant coming everywhere. Now, mind you, this is dark 30. It might have been 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So I'm under there with my flashlight. I grabbed that hose, I put it back up on the little nipple, whatever you call it, and I was looking at it, and I was like, how in the world did this thing come off? Because it's still got the clamp on. How did it push the clamp down unless I'm building pressure? And then I thought, did somebody undo this? I was like, surely not. I'm on a paid parking lot, you know what I'm saying? We got cameras and stuff. But I got to looking, I was like, I ain't got time to worry about how it happened. All I know is I got to get to Nashville. So I thought, sit there on the ground looking up at my truck, divide the plan, jump back out of the truck, grab my hose clamp, put the hose back on, slid the original clamp as far to the bottom of the sleeper as I can go. And I put another hose clamp out of the side box in there just for security. I was like, all right, cool. I might need to have that hose in place. I don't know, but I've got to go. So, jump back in the truck, fire it up, let it idle, warm up, 15, 20 minutes, I'm ready to go. So, I start catching gears, and as soon as I get out of my yard, and I turn onto the road that's going to the interstate, it hit me. I'm nervous. I'm like, what if it's loose? What if it popped loose again? So, getting on the interstate, on the on-ramp, I hit the shoulder, jumped out, threw my light up on it, and I see a little bitty seepage coming out. And I was like, that line must have split. I didn't see that, but the line must have split. That's probably what it is. So I'm sitting there looking at it thinking, what in the world can I do? And I reminded myself, I was like, well, I didn't tighten my hose clamp really tight because I wasn't 100% sure I was on the nipple. So I was like, let me get back under there and go fast forward, back up a little bit, then fast forward. This is when I took the original clamp and slid it all the way against the sleeper when I was on the on-ramp. And then I moved, I had to back out my hose clamp that I put back on there, the new one, and slide it, back it out, slide it up, tighten it, and I tightened it down real good, and I thought, okay, I should be good. Even if it's just seeping, I can deal with that till I get to a shop and replace it. So I haul ass, get all the way to Nashville, go to my little hidey hole, and first thing I do is I jump out of the truck with my handy dandy flashlight, look at it, and it's got a little run, just a little seepage run. And I thought, well, it's better than pouring out, I guess. And I thought, what in the world? And then I thought, I've got some shutoffs on the front of the engine up here. I'm like, let me trace that line. That line possibly has one of the shutoffs. So I went and looked at the shutoffs under the hood, and I traced the line, one of the lines with a shutoff all the way back, and it happens to be the inlet to, I guess, the heater core back there in my sleeper. I was like, cool. So I turned it off, and I thought, well, we'll find out in the morning and whenever I get ready to go get loaded. So shut her down, got up the next morning, went and got picked up, and still the same little water seepage. But after about 12 o'clock, I stopped yesterday and looked at it, and then all up and underneath there, it was dry as a bone. So I was like, okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good to go. So what I did is just shut the water off, but all I thought was, how in the world can I just spend so much money, rebuild my engine, and get back, and on its maiden voyage, the hose blow off. A $5 hose, maybe 10, I don't know, they're not that expensive. And I thought, well, I gotta fix that, and I'm gonna fix that one, I'm gonna fix this one, I'm gonna fix all of them, because we ain't having that happen again. So I called the shop, they said, I told them what happened, they laughed at me, and Katie said, that's why we replaced them. She's like, well, not necessarily the ones back there, but yeah, get it in here and we'll replace it all and get it going. But not to mention, before I could take off and drive, I had to go to the parts store and get 5 gallons of coolant. And luckily, it only took 2.5, and it was topped off. And by the time I got up to Nashville, I guess the system regulated itself, and I was about a gallon low, so I put another gallon in it, and we're still topped off. So, win. That's a win. So, off to a bad start, and now I kind of slowed down because I'm making this video, but I've been driving this truck out of my ordinary. I was told to give her hell, drive it like I stole it, drive it like a pissed off teenager, and that's exactly what I've been doing in order to get the rings set on the pistons really good. And I've just been giving her hell, full boost. I came up Mount Eagle the other day, man, she was just a cooking. And of course I got halfway up, and because my downfall on breaking in, I've only got 20,000 in the box. So I've been running 70 and 75 on the cruise, and every time I hit an incline, a grade, I just mash it full throttle and just make that engine work. And I'm gonna do that probably to about 3,000 miles, and say the hell with a good fuel economy. But good break-in is better than saving a couple bucks, because you can get a good break-in, then I won't have no blow-by. I have better engine compression, I think. I'm a driver now. But it makes sense that no blow-by, better engine compression, better fuel economy, better combustion, better everything. So, yeah, we've been giving her hell. And right now, I've got, I think, 300 miles to go. And I'm going to try to get it done in 4.5 hours. That's cruising average over 70, or right at 70 maybe. One time I did do 300 miles in exactly 4 hours, but I was on 75 miles an hour the whole time. That's a long time ago with a Cascadia, though. Me and my brother, we was cooking, boy. We was rolling. And surprisingly enough, it's through Virginia. Maybe 95. I know we was up in the Northeast coming south, so maybe 95. Anyways, guys, I'm currently 554 miles in break-in of just giving this old girl hell. I mean, we're cruising down to I-75 in Florida right now, sitting on about 74. Just giving her hell, Alright guys, I just wanted to share that little how my maiden voyage started out as chaos, and I almost flipped the panic button until I got a better assessment of what was going on. But guys, if you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, as I put videos out on the regular, all things trucking. And until that next video, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. See you, bye.